Hey everybody, what's going on? So I've had some questions about how to do 6.3. So here's a video to introduce you guys to 6.3 and what I think the most important parts are. And then there will be another video coming of 6.4 probably later this evening. But I'm going to go ahead and post this one once we're done. So this one is based on logarithms. So a logarithm usually is always in form base 10. That's the basic form, but it won't always be like that. Okay, so I'm going to show you two, like the concept for exponential form. Exponential. So exponential form here is a to the b equals c. Okay, a to the b equals c. And a is our base, b is our exponent, and c is the result. Okay, for logarithmic form, it is log of a, or log base a of c equals b. Okay, so the things I want you to keep in mind, there it is, drill. Okay, the things I want you to keep in mind are base goes with base. Our exponent now becomes right there. Okay, come on. And the result now goes there. Okay, so that's the main relationship between exponential and logarithmic. Okay, exponential and logarithmic. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys an example. Okay, so let me draw a line. So we have example 1, and this is part A. So this says, what is the, so I want the log form of 3 to the 4th equals 81, okay? So the log form here, okay, our base is 3, the exponent is 4, and the result is 81, okay? So in order to transform 3 to the 4th equals 81 to log form, it's going to be log base 3 of 81 equals 4. Okay, log base 3 of 81 equals 4. Okay. Now, what if I wanted to do the log form of 7 cubed equals 343? Okay. So in this case, okay, it's the same setup. We have our base, we have our exponent, we have our result. Let's switch it around. So it's log base 7 of 343 equals 3, okay? Those are your answers, okay? Those would be your answers. Now, let's say instead of log form, we are going to exponential form. So we have this example where it is log base 10 of 1,000 equals 3. Okay, so our base is 10, our exponent is 3, and our result is 1,000. Okay, so is it exponential? Yeah, exponential form. Okay, so you would go log base 10 of 1,000 equals 3. This is 10 to the third equals 1,000. Okay, 10 to the third equals 1,000. All right. And then D, we have log base 4 of 16 equals 2. We want it in exponential. So this is going to be log base 4 of 16 equals 2. So our base is 4, our exponent is 2, and our result is 16. So this is going to be 4 squared equals 16. Okay, those are the answers. Okay, those are the answers. Okay, so let's say we have a logarithmic function. Logarithmic, function. Okay, and it is y equals log base b of x. Okay, the inverse would be y equals b to the x. Okay, b to the x. So remember that, because I know on your assignment I assigned some inverse problems. Okay, so just remember that. All right. So now let's try and figure out some answers here. Okay. So we want to find the value. So you want to solve. Okay. So solve. All right. So for letter A, we have log base 5, 125. Okay. The way to think about this is 5 to the what gives me 125. Okay. So the answer is 3 here. Okay, because 5 cubed gives me 125. So log base 5 of 125 equals 3. Okay. For letter B, we have log base 1/4 of 16. Okay, so what you need to think about here is what gives me 16 when I do something to the 1/4. Okay. Whoops. Okay, so if we squared that, it would be 1/16, but we need 16 as a whole, so this would be -2, because when we have a negative exponent, it flips it. Remember, it flips our fractions. So log base 1/4 of 16 equals -2. Oops, sorry, I wrote -3. -2. Okay. For C, we have log base 3 of 0. So the way that, again, we're going to think about this is 3 to the what gives me 0. Okay. So here, a lot of you would think, oh, 3 to the 0 gives me 0. That's not the case. 3 to the 0 is 1. Okay. 3 to the 0 is 1. So in this case, there is no such power that will give us 0. So log base 3 of 0 it's undefined, okay? If you try to take a base to an exponent to get 0, it is undefined, okay? It is undefined. All right, and then for D, okay, for D here, we have log base 2 of 2 to the 8th. So the cool thing about this one, if you have log base, if your base and, oh, I already forgot the word. Yeah, if your base and your log is the same thing as your base with an exponent, those bases cancel and you're just left with your exponent. So your log and your 2 cancel and you're just left with 8. So log base 2 of 2 to the 8 equals 8, okay? And that's just a rule, all right? That's just a rule. Okay? So some of them you're going to need to use calculators for. Okay, sometimes you'll have to use calculators. But there are 2 different ones, okay? There are 2 different types of logs. There's common log and there's natural log, okay? Common log and natural log, okay? So common log and natural log, okay? So the base 10 goes with our common log, okay? So it can be written as log of x, it can be written as log base 10 of x, but just know if it's written as the log of x, our base 10 is implied, okay? Base 10 is implied, okay? So then we also have the natural log. Natural log has base e, okay? Natural log has base e. Okay, so this can be written as the natural log of x or the natural log base e of x, okay? These are the same. These are the same, okay? So you need to remember that, all right? You need to remember that. Typically, they're written in the way that I circled it, okay? They're written in the way that I circled it. All right, so now we're gonna do solve equations. Okay, solve equations with logs. Okay. So for letter A, we have 25 equals 10 to the x minus 1. So to get rid, or to get the exponents out of there, we got to do the log of each side. Okay, so this is going to be log 25 equals x minus 1. Okay, how do we solve for x? We add 1, we add 1. So this becomes x equals 1 plus log 25. So x is roughly 2.398. And then for letter B, we have the natural log of 2x plus 3 equals 4. How do we get rid of a natural log? We got to do the natural, or not the natural base, I'm sorry. We have to do base e. So it's going to be e to the natural log, and then it's going to be e to the 4th. So this natural log and e cancel. 2x plus 3 equals e to the 4th. E to the 4th is roughly about 54.598. So we have 2x plus 3 equals 54.598. We subtract 3, subtract 3. So 2x equals 51.598. We divide by 2. We divide by 2. And we get x is approximately 25.799. Okay, so that is how you're going to do 6.3. Okay, I hope this helps you guys out a little bit more. I will post the link where to find this app. That way you can watch it as many times as you want. You can take notes. You can see me work them out real time. But this should provide some more help for 6.3. Okay. If you have any questions, message me through Remind or Edsby if Edsby's working. And then I will post the 6.4 video later today. Okay.